Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ace,
And I am the Duke.
and these headphones are crap. So, I actually don't have headphones. But,
Welcome to this special edition of the Ace and the Duke show. This particular episode is being recorded in Google Hangouts because reasons.
timing. Timing, really.
Yeah.
But, hopefully, the next episode will be live, and we can bring it to you sometime Monday.
Yes.
But today is Sunday.
As the moment we're recording this might go up very, very early Monday morning, depending on how late I upload it. Because I still gotta edit it.
Yes, you do. But, it is Sunday, 4/12/2015, or April 12th, 2015. And we're covering the
Triple F
events
TV.
of 4/9/2015,
April 9th
or
of
April 9th,
2015.
2015. And at this point, there is 7 days until the next pay-per-view. So
Get hyped!
this upcoming week will be the go-home show toward that. But this week we're covering, like I said, the 4/9/15 show. So, without further ado,
Let's get started.
let's get started. And the first match that we had this week was Glatt versus Horatio.
And Horatio had challenged Glad earlier in the week because, according to Horatio, his goal in the Triple F is to challenge and defeat every single member in a one-on-one match. And so far, up until this point, he had beaten everyone he had challenged. Not this time.
Glatt had something to say about it. And after the match last week, Horatio, I guess, came off as a little cocky because it lasted only 2 minutes.
Yeah, he
match.
overcame his opponent in like 2 minutes, and I guess he just got really overconfident and was just like, these guys are nothing if this guy's one of their top contenders. But he's got to understand that he can't judge the entire Triple F based on one guy. He's got to fight them all, and he's got to fight them all at his fullest. He cannot get overconfident, otherwise that's where he falls short. So, I really think Horatio can beat Doug Glatt. It's just, will he? That's the question.
I think he will. I really do.
So you think he's going to beat him this week? I mean, this week,
Yeah.
Horatio did already challenge Doug Glatt to a cage match in preparation for the upcoming pay-per-view, which is going to be themed around cages. The pay-per-view will be called No Man's Land, and it will be streamed live on Twitch on Sunday, April 19th, 2015, so this coming Sunday. So keep an eye out for that one. We'll post the links in the description below as usual, or wherever YouTube decides to put them.
But yes, but then again, we also have to, talk about that later because
Right.
we're not necessarily sure what all the matches are as of yet.
That's true.
But I believe he said all matches are final as of midnight tonight for this upcoming week. So, if I'm wrong about that, it'll be early Monday, but still,
Yeah.
we'll be able to have a post-show or a pre-show this week. So, moving on.
Let's talk about the next match, which was 1.21 Boogie Watts versus the team-up of Edge and Christian.
Yay.
And
Edge and
Jake,
Christian
guess
back in
who
the
won?
day. Boogie Watts, but Edge and the Christian back in the day were, a team of comedy. A team to be messed with, but a team of comedy.
Right.
They always had us laughing. But you probably didn't know that because you not watched the wrestling long enough.
No, I haven't. I really haven't.
Moving on from the match that everybody knew about and everybody knew who was going to win, Newman fought Tremor The Real Deal and Paris Dahmer in a fatal four-way match for who knows what reason. I guess because they were the only ones on the roster without a match, I guess.
I
But
guess so.
but Newman won, so
Yep.
yeah.
Newman won the Fatal 4-Way. Also, let me go ahead and apologize. I would show Cody's camera right now, but for whatever reason, Google Hangouts is kind of screwing up on us here, and his video is not present. So you can still hear him just fine. I don't know what's going on with the video. Google Plus is just being weird.
How about now?
Oh, there we go. I think so. I think we got it now. Well, we had it. Move a bit so we can see. Yep, we're good. We're good. All right.
Yeah, I turned it off and turned it back on, reconfigured it. But
We're good. I apologize for the lack of Cody before this, but or Ace, I should say.
back to talk. I'm the ace. But back to talking about
The Fatal 4-Way.
the Fatal Four-Way.
This was a good match. I'll admit I had fun watching this match, but in the end, Newman did win the match, so that was the result. I mean, you can't really say much against it. Not to mention, I do think Newman, pretty much earned winning the match. I mean, he's probably one of the better contenders in the Triple F right now.
Yeah. But again, we're moving on because we got some other pressing matters to discuss. This week, we had a new tag team. Well, really not a new tag team because this guy was his manager for a while, so you saw him a lot. But the ubiquitous Tornado and Dandy Dow, don't doubt Dandy. Out Dandy, that is. But Dandy Dow. The Goons, who consist of
Doug Glatt and Tremor.
the real. Oh, Glatt?
Yeah, it's Glatt.
Okay,
It's
Glatt,
Glatt
and
and
Tremor.
Tremor.
Glatt and Tremor.
Now, I'm not sure what happened to Glatt because he used to be Tornado's tag team partner, but I guess.
No, you mean Vulcan.
Oh, that's right. It was Vulcan.
That's what I mean, Vulcan.
Vulcan was.
Yeah.
So.
But something happened there, so I don't know.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, but they did manage to defeat the Goons, of course. I mean, let's be honest. They're a good tag team, but they're not. They certainly were not ready for this team up.
Yeah, obviously not. But also, Tremor.
Oh,
He
yeah.
lost 2 matches in a matter of minutes and was put at the face of future endeavors. Injury led him to being, well, pretty much fired.
Well,
But
to sum it up, Tremor has left the Triple F, but we will talk about that
And-
a little bit more later on in the show.
yeah,
So anyway, let's move on to our next match, which was Deadly Darkness versus 2 mystery opponents. Now, just so you guys can remember, Deadly Darkness is the team up between Cody, the Kid Brown, and Horatio. And their mystery opponents for this match turned out to be Colonel Mustafa and Sergeant Slaughter, who Deadly Darkness absolutely wiped the floor with. At least, well, why don't you explain this, Ace?
at least Mustafa, because Sergeant Slaughter wasn't really in the match that much at all. But Mustafa, or however the hell you say his name, basically was taking the beating to Deadly Darkness. He was beating them both for a while until he pretty much decided to tag out after taking a finishing maneuver from Deadly Darkness, the electric chair. Actually, trademarked as something else by Deadly Darkness, but for some reason I cannot think of it right now. And he attacked Sergeant Slaughter, who started getting beaten immediately, and was eventually forced to tap out. So he's a quieter because people can't spell quitter.
Such a quieter.
But he quit in the face of Horacio's signature move. I mean, not signature move, but submission maneuver.
Yes, Horatio
And
can be a
stopped
very
with
deadly
4 seconds.
force when he needs to be. I really think Horatio was angry about his match from earlier in the night and just really wanted to take it out on him.
Yeah. And then Mustafa got the other portion of angry from both parties in this match, and another finisher, another electric chair, of course, before succumbing and being defeated. But then again, that is all that happened, and Deadly Darkness had to win, leading up to the final match of the night.
Our main event, a triple threat between the Dark Passenger, Cody the Kid Brown, and Vulcan. The winner would go on to face the Triple F champion, Dynamite Danny, for a chance at winning the Triple F Championship belt. Now, of course, the Dark Passenger is already #1 contender and is already guaranteed a match against Dynamite Danny at No Man's Land. However,
Even though he's in 4th place, according to the rankings. But,
however,
however,
if Cody or Vulcan had won this match, they would have made the match a triple threat. However,
that didn't happen.
say there is no triple threat main event at No Man's Land.
And Dark Passenger won.
I can't really say I didn't see this coming, but at the same time, I was really hoping to see a triple threat championship match because I really thought that would have been awesome to see.
Yeah, me too. I also think that it probably would have ended up being, because the way this pay-per-view is, in a Hell in a Cell or a cage match. Because I believe all these matches are going to be in either a Hell in a Cell or a cage.
Yeah, this next pay-per-view is going to be a very cage-themed pay-per-view, so we'll have to see where this goes. Now, as we talked about earlier on in the show, we do want to talk about Tremor for a little bit here and how he has left the Triple F.
And how's my background noise?
Well, anyway. Tremor...
No, I'm being serious. How is my background noise right now?
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine, Ace.
Oh, okay. But,
do you have anything to say about Tremor, Ace?
he deserved it. He hadn't really won a match in a long time, so.
It's true. Tremor had a really hard time winning matches in this league. He only won a couple, and most of his other wins came from his tag team, the Goons. So, in a way, I did kind of see this coming eventually, where Tremor would pretty much just retire or quit or whatever the case may be, and I guess his recent injury led up to this ultimate decision to leave the Triple F.
You mean quitting, being fired on his wedding day, stuff like that?
Wait, Tremor was getting married?
Yes! No, but seriously. That was fucked up. But,
we're
moving on.
We're not here to talk about that. So, we want to wish Tremor luck in his future endeavors, whatever he decides to do from here on. So,
and we will see you
on the next
in
episode
the
of The
video.
Ace and the Duke.
I am the Ace.
And I am the Duke, signing out.